Hello and welcome to the Hub, the education network for Waltham Forest. On this website, education professionals can find all the information they need to work in education in this borough. We cover the whole age range from 0 to 19. This video will show you how the Hub is linked with the Council's Traded Services website, WF Online. As the Hub is the one-stop shop for education professionals in the borough, it was important that it cater for the changing relationships between schools and the local authority. So as schools and settings get more autonomy, they have the option of buying back council services. The council therefore procured WF Online, a system where schools could do these transactions online. So a link to WF Online is available from the Hub's homepage through the WF Traded Services icon. So if I click on this here, then it opens up a new window where I can log into the WF Traded Services website, WF Online. So in this site, it contains all the information about the Council's traded services, and then what happens is the information from this system is pulled through and automatically displayed on the Hub. So in particular, the information about traded services is displayed through in this area here. So within guidance for schools and colleges and LA services and support, there's a section called WF Waltham Forest Trade Services where the information is populated. So if I click on Accountancy and Financial Services, I get taken to a page which describes this traded service, and this information has been populated in the WF Online system and pulled through automatically here. And the button at the bottom which says Buy Now in WF Online, if I click on this button, it'll actually take me to the login page again to go into that system. So that's how the systems are linked. So those are traded services. The WF Online system is also useful on the Hub because it has an online booking facility. So all training courses and events that are free and paid are now also hosted in WF Online. And like traded services, the information about events and training is then pulled through automatically and displayed on the Hub. So this time in the events and training section here on the right hand side. So if I click on an event, then I get taken into the events and training directory, and I can see that it's listed in chronological order, and I just click on any of these to see more details about the course. And this information has been populated again from WF Online, and it's pulled through automatically. And the button at the bottom says Book Now, which requires a login to WF Online. So again, if I click on this, it will take me to WF Online where I can actually book this online. So that's how the Hub and WF Online are linked, through traded services and also through events and training. So they're the main reason that people would leave the Hub website to go onto it. But as we've seen, all the links that take us to WF Online take us to a login page, and this is because it's a closed system, and so you need login details. So ask for an email or username and also a password. So this is where the Hub and WF Online are linked. So if you're from a Waltham Forest school or setting and you've registered on the Hub, so there's another video which talks about how to register. So when you register, you go through this process here. You're automatically sent login details for WF Online system if you're from a Waltham Forest school or setting. The only time that you won't be sent login details for the WF Online system is if you're from a setting that is not in Waltham Forest, or you're not an educational setting with an Ofsted registration number. So if in that case, if you do want details or login details for the WF Online system, then you actually have to request it from WF Traded Services separately. So when you reach their login page, after reading the spiel, there's a button here which is a link to their account request form, and you can fill this in and then you'll get an account separately. Okay, so though the Hub and WF Online are two separate systems, they both use your email address in order for you to log in. So email and a password and then log in. So in each system you're asked to set a password for your account, so it's probably easier if you set both the same password for the Hub and WF Online, so that whenever you are on the Hub and you're logged in and you've had to use that password, and then you click on a link which takes you to WF Online, it'll be easy for you if you have to, when you hit this screen, to use the same password and then to actually log into this system as well. So there's a separate video for changing your password on the Hub if you need further assistance. But to wrap up, this has been a guide about how the Hub is linked with the Council's Traded Services website, WF Online. Please take time to view our other videos if you need help with using the website.